Alberobello is known for their conical structures known as Trulli. And these structures, you see one up there, these structures are built using a dry stack method, meaning that they just stack stone on top of each other in concentric circles, and the circles get smaller and smaller until you get to the top. There's no fasteners or welding or steel or anything. It's just stone. So at the top of the cone, they put a keystone in there. You can see right up at the top right there of the cone, that's called the keystone up there. And if you take the keystone out, basically your entire cone will collapse. The story goes that in the 16th century, the king of Naples imposed a tax upon the people of Puglia that was basically a property tax. The tax was on permanent structures. So if you had a permanent structure, you were getting taxed on that permanent structure. When the tax man came, they would take their stuff out of their trullo, they'd take the keystone out, and then it would collapse and it'd just be a bunch of rocks on the ground instead of a permanent structure, and they'd skip out on the tax because of that. You might think that these buildings would come down really easily in an earthquake because there's no fasteners or anything. There's nothing keeping them together except gravity and friction. But contrary to what you might think, these are very good in earthquakes because there's some give and take with the stones, and the energy of the earthquake dissipates within that. So the buildings can sway, and the weight of the stones is really evenly distributed. So scientists actually, earthquake scientists actually study these buildings so that we can make better, more earthquake-proof buildings in other parts of the world. So a little clarification, I'm back at some Trulli here. This is not the keystone. That's actually called the pinnacolo, which is where we get the word pinnacle from, just the top of the thing. It's mostly like a signature by the artist or the stonemason, whoever made it. But I'm also a little confused because this one over here, half of it has collapsed. And I was thinking, if that half collapsed, what is keeping the other half from collapsing? There must be some sort of like shoring inside there or scaffolding, because I mean, I think the keystone is still there, but half of it is collapsed. Whoever, if anyone's an expert in Trulli, chime in. Thanks, bye.